We are here.
What do I hear?
Hey,
I hear ladies night. Y'all hear that? It's
hey,
ladies
hey,
night.
Girl, I
ain't no
hear it.
fellas on
Listen.
here. Ain't no fellas on here. It's just the ladies. It's just
It's just
the
the
ladies.
ladies.
Happy Friday. Woo!
Hey, we made it.
We made
Oh
it,
my
boo.
goodness,
We
y'all.
made
We
it.
made it. We made it.
We
It's
did it.
it's been a week. It has been a week. But before we get into it, let me go ahead and welcome you guys to another episode of Nothing Else to Do. We are on episode 15, season 3. We still
Hey.
here. We still chugging along.
Chugging,
Yo,
chugging
Not
along.
chugging.
still
Not chugging
chugging
along.
along. We still, y'all, man, yo, like I'm trying not to just like jump into it because we gotta do our introductions and everything, but it's like so much that I want to talk about.
Girl.
Plus, can we just welcome back Shay, who's been busy grinding and doing her thing, and now
Hello.
she
Oh,
is back in the building. So
um,
good to see your
I am so
beautiful face,
grateful.
ma'am.
So happy.
So
And
let's just
likewise for all of likewise.
Yes. So let's go ahead and get into the introduction, starting with the beautiful Shay. Let the peoples know who you is, where
Oh,
you be, what you do.
hi guys. I'm Shay. Let me stop. I'm Shay, singer, songwriter, realtor, soon to be property manager. I am training, I am working hard. And this is a new endeavor. I am super excited about for this season. It's not easy, so y'all pray for me. It's a lot of work. But yes, I'm here. I'm a creative, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed, y'all. I'm
Hey,
excited for tonight.
I like it.
Bing, 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 bestie, bestie, right here. Ding, ding,
First
ding.
off, before we get to me, I just want you to
Ew.
Hey, I saw
get it
it.
together. Get it together tonight. Tonight, baby. Baby. It's so funny trying to find those. Anyway, my name is Kyla Simone. Always so excited to be here with my fam. It is Friday. I am blessed. I am a singer, songwriter, guitarist, all around creative. And yeah, I just love music. I just love creating stuff, making stuff, and enjoying life to the best of my ability. So, just happy to be here with my sisters and with all of you guys tonight. That's all I got.
We love
I'm gonna
you.
pass it to my sister. I love you. Cool.
Hey, this is just a love fest today. What's up, everybody? It's your hostess with the mostest, Shakar Monique, your friendly neighborhood entertainer. Make sure y'all go ahead on and download Sober.
Hello.
Featuring Trey Jones. It's hot. It's sexy.
Trigger
You need
Trey.
it on your playlist. Come on, come on. Y'all need it. Y'all need it in your life. Y'all don't think you need it in your life, but y'all need it in your life because it's relatable.
Mhm.
I know you've been in that situation before. So, as we are coming in and talking about our week, hey, don't be shy. Say hi. I see y'all in here. I see the numbers. I
Yeah.
know you in here. So go on, come on up in here. Say hey. Say what's up. Where you from? Tag your peoples. Come on in. Enjoy
Mm,
the
mm.
fun. So, how is everybody's week? Like whoever want to jump in and go ahead on and talk about how their week was.
I feel like Shay is itching to
That's who I
No,
share.
want to hear from because she been gone for a minute. Like I wasn't trying
no,
to just throw her out there, but I was just like, Shay, we ain't heard
girl.
from you in a minute. Like
Oh,
how's it been
girl.
going?
It has been. It's been really, really. You know what? This is so crazy because we have been through so many different things over the past couple months. But I will say this, because I don't want to get too deep. I just feel like God lets you go through things to make you stronger and just to, I don't know, sometimes I almost feel like he lets you go through things because he's preparing you for a blessing, right? And so I'm a firm believer in that. But I'm telling you, this transition, trying to run my real estate business and then going back to a 9 to 5 working in a property management, it has been an adjustment for me. I haven't gotten much sleep. So that has been tough. But I've been really honestly, guys, just like grinding it out, working hard, training, learning as much as I can, just trying to be honestly the best that I can be, and really like I've been really, really like intimate and personal with God here lately. Like I want to, like my goal this year is solely just to just be just so connected with him, just on a deeper level, like deeper than what I've ever been before. And so I've been really being really intentional about taking time away from everything else that I have going on and just focusing on him. Because it's so needed in this season. It is so needed in this season. How beautiful! It's been a long time. So yeah, that has been my focus, and I know I have been away. But I'm so thankful to be back, and yeah, that's really what I've had going on. Being a wife, preparing for this next chapter, preparing for my move in April, which I'm super excited about. Like God has been really, really, really good. So that's it, y'all. Honestly, I feel like I'm it's boring, but just being closer to God.
It's not boring. It's real.
So that's honestly it, y'all. I'm just really grateful to God just to be here and to have gone through everything we've gone through. Like I said, one day I'll talk about it because it's definitely a testimony. And yeah, I'm really grateful to be here. So yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
awesome. How's your week going, bestie?
I've had a good week. First off, I'm so excited because I got myself a new little gadget. Now, for you guys, it probably doesn't mean anything, but it's called a head rush. It's a guitar like looper, and like it has all sorts of features and stuff for effects. So I'm excited to kind of step my game up this year as a guitarist and just experiment and try some different things, to create a vibe for when I perform and stuff. So this week I actually performed for this open mic event here in Atlanta, and it was so dope, you guys. Like it was such a good experience, and I really I'm going into this year trying to have a different mindset. I have found myself, the slightly introverted part of me that gets kind of nervous being in front of people and all that kind of stuff. And I say, you know what? I'm not doing that this year. I'm just not. I'm just in a place mentally where I'm like, I can't. Like it's such a hindrance. Like I'm not doing nervous. I'm not doing scared. I'm going to practice. I'm going to make sure I'm ready, right? I'm as ready as I can possibly be and give myself the space to be imperfect. If it doesn't turn out 100% perfect, it is what it is. But I can say that I practiced. I put the time in. I did the best I could. I put my all into it. And that's kind of like where my focus is. Not to say I'm like trying to be superhuman. And, I get that like we have emotions and all of that. But I'm not going to sit up here and dwell anymore on this whole being shaking in my boots every time I get in front of people. Like, because it's such a, like, it's so debilitating at times. And, I really want to like put my best foot forward with what God has given me. And I don't want my own self to sabotage my success,
Absolutely. So. I like that. I've been busy. Like my weeks have been busy, but I got sick this doggone week. I got sick in the middle of the week. I caught a little bug and everything, so I had to lay my burdens down because I was just like, oh my gosh. So I got like a day of rest and just like didn't do anything, which is kind of hard because I'm trying to get stuff going and promote music and promote events and things of that nature. But I felt like I just really needed that day to just like really rest. So I was like really quiet, didn't really speak much, didn't really do much, and just got rest. And I felt better the next day. I still I could feel that I'm still trying to like recover from it or anything like that. But and catching up from like work because last week I was off. So catching that up. But just being busy, just promoting the new single that dropped last Friday. So it's been out for
Hey,
a week. So I'm promoting that. And then I have an event. I have an event
tell
coming
us about it. Tell us all
February.
about it.
Give us the tea, boo.
Right.
February 11th in Ashburn, Virginia. There will be an
Ashburn.
event called Love and Music featuring yours truly, Shakara Monique, but also featuring two very amazing artists, Shay Harris and Trey
Mm,
Jones.
it's gonna be so good.
Special treat opening the show is my baby girl, Trinity Jones.
It's gonna
So
be
I
Oh,
am oh so excited.
oh my
It
gosh.
will have our guest MC is my brother PJ. So it's a family affair, okay? It's all of my favorite peoples. We gonna be together. It's gonna be love. It's gonna be music. It's gonna be
Please.
intimate. It is partnered with my friend Anya Williams of Upper Octave Productions. So he is working with me on this as well. And it is featuring the house band, my band, Ego will be there playing the music and everything. So it's going to be a lovely event. You might want to come. Not might. You want to come. It's perfect.
there
It's
is
a
no
date.
might.
No, you want to come. It could be a date night. It could be a singles. I'm representing for the singles,
Come
because
on.
everybody else on things married and got people. So I'm gonna be representing for the single peoples. Uh, so y'all just come out. It's gonna be good. We got VIP tables. We got general seating. It's gonna be great, guys. It's going to be great. Get your tickets. Tickets are already going, and VIP tickets is already going. Just let y'all know right now. The VIP tickets is going first because folks want good seats. So y'all might want to, if you
Harry.
expecting to get VIP tickets, you might want to hurry up and get that because there ain't a lot of those. It's mostly general seating. I'm just saying. Just trying to let y'all know. Y'all might want to get them tickets. But I'm excited and
Yeah.
just working, like just really thinking of other ways just to promote my music and just promote the event and all that kind of stuff and just I don't know, just being me, trying to
Mm.
keep my mentals together, if I could be honest, just trying to keep that together as well. Me and Kyla
Mm.
talk a lot, so she knows about all of that. But it's been a week, it's been a busy week, but I'm here.
Mm.
That part, I'm here. God allowed me to see another day, so I'm grateful. I'm grateful for
Mhm.
every day He allows me to draw breath. So I
Yeah.
just
And you
continue
know
to
it's a
push forward.
purpose. And you know it's a
Hmm.
purpose when you're here. So
Mhm.
there's a purpose. So it's that's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Absolutely, absolutely. So of course, I didn't have no agendas, plans, no nothings. I was just like, we gonna get on here and we just gonna talk, cause
Mhm.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
because I mean, it's so many things going on in the planet, that we could talk about, that we can discuss. I would love, like last week, and Shay, you weren't here, but last week we had Randy Weston from Judah Band on. This dude drops so many nuggets, especially about the music industry, gospel industry. Like it was
Mm.
so awesome having him on. He was like really honest. He stayed professional because he didn't want to like dime people out or nothing like that. So even though he kept it like on a professional thing, he just like was really honest with us about the
Mm.
business and about the difference between being independent and being signed and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So it was just really awesome having him on. I just like if you get a chance, you should go back and watch it. I feel like those of us who are artists should
Need to
go
see it.
back and watch that because he gave us just like a lot of awesome gems.
Mm.
And hey, Makai,
Hey,
happy
Makai.
Friday. We are excited
Hey,
about February
boo.
11th. We are, sir.
Yes. I
We
cannot wait to
are
see this guy
very
right here
excited.
too.
Yes.
Come on, he gonna be. Let me tell you something about Makai. I swear, if I didn't know better, I would think Makai had like multiples because he be everywhere. Like he is at everybody's event. He is on everybody's live. He is there. Okay. It is just like, let me tell you,
He
he's
supports. He
always, yes,
supports.
he is always there. And it's so
Love
dope
that.
to see. Very supportive. That is so, so awesome. Um and heck, and Dion, I haven't talked to you in a minute. You need to hit my DMs because I feel like we haven't like talked. We need to FaceTime. So I know you all the way over there in the Japan, but we need to FaceTime. I miss your face. I miss your voice.
Aw.
So I'm just
Aw.
saying that and letting you know that right now. Boy, they over there loving on each
You
other.
know what?
I know. It's just a love fest. I
It
love it though.
is. It really is. So you know what, ladies? One of the things that I was thinking about, like, I don't know if we already touched on this because I wasn't at the last one, but like, can we touch on some of our goals? Like, I don't know if I want to say goals. I guess yeah, goals is a good word for 2023. Like what are we trying to like what are some bad habits we're trying to get rid of? I know Kyla, you mentioned kind of some, the habit of kind of like, self almost like just, self-doubt, like, not feeling enough in certain spaces to fully, let loose and like be free on the stage.
Mm.
So like, maybe we can touch on that because I feel like, man, for me, the list was so daggone long. And when I sat back and I'm
Yeah.
like, dang, I can keep, like, I just kept going and going. I'm like, hold on, am I done? Like, I didn't
Yeah.
realize there was so many things
Yeah.
I needed to let go of and needed to, like, I wanted like so many goals this year, if God, because people are going left and right. So I always say, if God lets us see another day, because there's so many people who are going, I almost need to like take like almost like just plug out of like just take the plug off of social media some days because it's just it
Hmm.
blows my mind and then it starts to get to
Yeah.
me and I'm like there's a difference, right, between like being an empath and then also there's a difference between just having the spirit of discernment, right? So
Hmm.
sometimes you just need to, I think a lot of the times we call it being an empath, but I don't think God intentionally meant for us to take on other people's all their emotions. So I think we have to like be careful with that word. And for me in this season, like I said, I have so many goals. And so I'm one of them is like taking a break from social media, like not being on there as often, like being intentional about saying, you know what, I need to step away from this.
That's a whole I'm
So
about to write that down because that's a whole here's like we can maybe come back to this, but I've been toiling with wanting or the urge to take a break from social media for mental health purposes. Yet I feel like everything I do has like social media plays a part in me having to
Yeah.
promote and having to
promote it.
stay
Yeah.
on top of certain things as an artist and also with my brand, the Girls and Guitars brand. I almost feel like I can't just really completely like I really want to just shut down for a little bit just to sort of like take a break, a mental break. But
Yeah.
I also feel like, dang, I have an event coming up. I have things that are coming up. I'm trying to continue to stay in forefront because, for people to be able to reach me for, bookings and all of that kind of stuff. So it's just like, how do we unplug when we're so plugged in?
Yeah. There's I think that because we unfortunately in order to promote ourselves social media plays a part of it, but I believe that there's still a way that we can do it, like like we can schedule our posts and there's things that can be done so that we don't have to always be, and we don't need to like necessarily have to take a week off or something like that, but just like you could take a day, you could take 2 days where it's just like I'm not doing anything, and you can schedule whatever it is post you need to schedule, and then like take those few days off where you don't have to log in and do it,
Yeah.
and you know that your stuff is still being promoted, or like set up ads. Sometimes I set up ads and I want it to go for a week or whatever, so I
Yeah.
know it's still out there and I'm not out there just doing it because I'm like always thinking like I'm like, okay, I gotta do a reel for any TV, or I gotta do a reel for my music, and I gotta do a da 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 da.
Yeah.
So I it's like always social media. But I agree with both of you. Like sometimes you just need a freaking break. Like
A break.
I was telling Kyla like about my for my birthday, like I just want to go somewhere where there is nothing, like there's just peace and quiet and
Mm,
nature and just nobody, because I just feel like there's constantly just da 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 da. I gotta do this. I
there's a
gotta do that.
lot.
Da 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 da
Yeah.
da 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 da. And I just want a few days where I don't have to attend to nothing,
Mm,
absolutely nothing. And it gets to be a lot. Like
it does. It's very, yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely. I can relate to that a lot, Shakar. And, one of the things that I'm learning in this season, and God, like I said, like earlier, like I'm really, 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 and God is just so good, y'all. Like I felt like towards the end of that last year, I was like literally like losing like my faith. Like I felt like I didn't know like if everything that I was taught over the years, like if it was true, like I almost felt like God was like forgetting about me in some parts of my life, and it was a lot, like to go through that. And what God has been giving me in this season is a peace that's like internal, like, and it's like no matter what's going on around me, like I'm learning how to like have peace in those moments. And like it's really I that's something I've never ever been able to experience. Like some things in the like that happen, like the circumstances would affect my mood,
hmm
and it would affect like my energy, and it would just like it felt like I was like weighed down by it. But like the Lord is showing me that like you can have peace even in the midst of chaos, and so that's something that I'm learning. And it's something, it's gradual, but I'm like, Lord, like let me just acknowledge like I would have in this past season maybe would have felt this way, but I was able to keep my mind on you in this moment. So just acknowledging those small things and like really being intentional about like your peace and how that's a priority, and like even finding God like even in things that seem so like just things that seem terrible, like let me just find like a glimpse of God in this situation, like
yeah,
so just trying to focus on those things that I can be thankful for in those moments that are like pure agony.
yeah,
So but I can understand like needing that vacation and needing that break, but I felt like for me that was always like I have to do this. But God wanted me to be able to find peace without going on vacations, or without spending money on clothes, or without going to restaurants, or without like God is literally like bringing me out of that, And so I just think, and I'm not here to give any advice. Only thing I can speak to is myself and my situation. But I think that God intends for us to have peace in without doing those yeah, he wants us to go on vacation, because I'm gonna still go on vacation, but I think he intends for us to have peace even without those things, right? Like if you had nothing, like still having that internal peace that surpasses all understanding. And so I'm working, that's something that I'm trying to develop in this season. But yeah, that's just my two
That's
cents
good.
on it. It's
and then
long.
you
That's
and Makai
good.
said it
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
same time. That's dope.
That's
Yes,
good.
yes, yes. Yeah.
um
Yes.
yeah, it's very important. Like you were talking about goals. I have a lot of things that
Mm,
I'm focused on and that I want to do and that I want to accomplish. Um, Mental health right now is very important to me,
yeah, yeah.
and getting that, I've avoided it for like so long, and like hate it. Like I would dread um my appointments with my therapist, because it's like, okay, now it's time to
Mm,
dig up crap that I don't want to dig up. But I feel like I need it because there's a lot of healing that I still need to go through. And then like this past year with some unexpected decisions and things that have happened. Like that's some things that I still need to heal from. That is like just being like honest, that's causing me to like not be, in church and around church folks and stuff like that, because like that was a hurtful thing that
Ooh,
happened.
yeah.
And so to still have that hurt in my heart and try and pretend like everything's okay and I'm all good, knowing that I'm still hurt. Like there's a lot of healing that I need to go through. Um and my go-to is always to just to pretend like it's not happening and to kind of just like stuff it down and stuff, but that hasn't worked for me in the past. So I'm learning to deal with stuff. I'm learning to verbally just say in safe places, because I think that's very important that you have safe places. Not You have to be careful when you're sharing your heart and things that you're going through. So I have safe places where I can go, where I can say, hey, this is what I'm feeling. Like this is
Absolutely.
what's going on. Like I had a moment today, and then I called Kyla and I said, hey, may not be right, may not be right now I'm feeling them, but this I feel this way. And it's good to have those safe spaces. And so that's very important to me in this year. Just being able to be honest about where I'm at and accept um, the things that are happening around me and who I am and who I have in my space, in my circle. I I I spent a lot of time expecting me out of a lot of people, and I think I have broken my own heart doing that.
Likewise, sis.
I think I have caused a lot of pain to myself because I keep expecting me out of people. And then when I don't see it, like I'm devastated and I'm heartbroken and I'm like, why would they do this? Why did that? Because they're not you. Just because you wouldn't do it doesn't mean that that's what they would do. So I got a lot of growing, still a lot of growing, a lot of healing to do, and that is very important for me in this season, because there's a lot of things that I want to do as far as like my career and all that kind of stuff, and I don't want that kind of stuff to be a hindrance for things that I want to do and accomplish this year. So that's one of my goals.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that I feel like a lot of us walk around like it's like you ever felt like you're okay, but you're not. It's like you're like
Yep,
I'm okay. I'm like
Yes.
I'm making it, but then there's a part of you
on
that's
the
just
regular.
not. Like you
It's
sometimes
not
you feel
okay.
like you just been emotionally like just an emotional punching bag. Like you just have just taken and taken and taken and taken and taken from people,
Absolutely.
and then you just get to a space where you're like, okay. Like
Yeah.
I don't even are you even still here? Like mentally you're just kind of like numb to it in a sense,
Yeah.
you know? I don't know if that's a good space or a bad space.
I don't
But
know either. I think because some things I think I purposely numb myself to because I don't want to feel it. And I feel like if I
Oof,
face it,
yeah.
then I'm gonna have like like a breakdown, like a mental breakdown. So like some things I will purposely numb I refuse to feel it. I'm like, nope,
yeah,
we're
I'm
not about
moving
to
on
think
from
about
that.
it. We're not. Yeah, it's like I just like refuse because I don't want to have like
Feel it.
an issue. I don't want it to like
You don't want to
um
lose control.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so
You
some
know
things
what?
I'm just like, ugh.
It's so relatable. That is so relatable, Shakar. But you know what? One thing I'm learning is that we're never really in control. That's the thing. Like, and that's something that I'm like, okay, Shay, like, because it's hard to dive into those spaces. Like, I remember like talking to my therapist about stuff that I never told anyone, and I'm so grateful for. Like you said, I'm so grateful for a therapist. Like, I'm so grateful to have that unbiased opinion, right? Because
Yeah.
sometimes you don't want to hear about God. Like you don't want to be fed God. Like you just want somebody to listen. And like sometimes, like my mother, Like, I love her to death. She's like one of the most, I love talking to my mom. But I'm like, I'm so grateful for a therapist because I need somebody to not always feed me God, but I just want to hear, like, I want you to hear me and not feed me God in that moment. You know, I just want you to hear me. You know, I want you to listen to me, you know, and it's just, I'm so grateful, like you said, for medical professionals who take the time out to do that. And but one thing I am learning is that we're not, like, we feel like we're in control, but anything can happen anytime, right? Like, you know,
Right.
we're not in control in this life. And I've had to really grasp that concept because I'm a control freak, and I'm not afraid to say it.
Yeah,
Like,
that
I've
part.
always
Me
said,
too.
That part.
like, I'm a control freak. Like, I'm that girl that, like,
Oh
wants things a certain
my
way
gosh.
all the time. And God
All
is
the
showing
time.
me it's a no. It's a no. Like, this is not your season where you're going to be in control of everything. Like, I need you to let me like, I need you to let me do me. Like, and I'm learning. I'm like, God, but like, I want to, like, but no. He's like, no. Like, I need you to let me do me. You say you trust me, but you know, you want
Mhm.
to be like, it's just, it's one of those things where it's like, it's constantly a struggle for me, and I'm working on that because, and I, you know, I'm human. I'm human,
Yeah.
you know, but man, Lord Jesus, he has shown me that I am definitely not in control because, like
Mhm.
you said, when you start digging deep and getting to the root of issues and things that are like traumas and triggers, it brings out I mean, it's very uncomfortable, and it does make you feel like you could lose it because it's like, you know, oh my gosh, like, I kept this hidden for years. I've numbed myself for years, and then when you actually start digging those things up and facing really harsh realities, it is a really tough thing to go through. It's hard, and you do feel like
Yeah.
you're losing your mind, but you know, so I can relate to that, sis. It's very scary. It's very scary, and you don't
Mhm.
have to feel pressured or rushed to do anything. You do it at your own pace. You deserve that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing that. Like I I when I first started my therapy, she like wanted to see me every 2 weeks. And every 2 weeks we were
Yeah.
digging up stuff. And oh my God, that was hard because it's like
Yeah.
I'm digging up these roots and now you want me to function
Mm.
out in the rest of the world after now I have all this stuff. Like I have triggers, I have like there, and I don't tell people, I usually don't tell people what they are and they don't know. And for the most part, I try to just
Yeah.
like pretend like it's not happening. You know, like recently I had a trigger and like they didn't know that's what it was, but like I literally had to get up and leave. I was like, I gotta go. And I like left out of the room because something like triggered. And it's like, I don't want that to always be a thing. I want to just be able to just, but I realize that there's just a lot of deep stuff that not that I refuse to dig up, but it's hard. And when
Mm.
I am, it is being re-traumatized. That's exactly
It
what
That's
it
is.
is.
I
exactly
love
what it is.
It feels
Dion. It
like,
is.
so it's like I'm being forced to relive stuff over and over and over again. So she wanted to see me like
Mhm.
every 2 weeks, and I was like, I can't. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will mentally just like, it's not gonna work. I will check out. Y'all won't hear from me. I'll go quiet. Y'all be wondering where the heck I am because I will mentally check out if I have to do that. So now it's more
Mm.
like once a month, and I
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
handle that
Yeah.
better than trying to just keep digging up stuff every freaking week. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can only take so much. And,
You're
I
setting
have times where,
boundaries.
yeah, and,
Yeah.
I have times
Yeah.
where I just go quiet. And, like those that are close to me, some understand, some don't. But like when it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like sometimes I don't want to face things. So it's just like, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
stay to myself. I'm just gonna be quiet, and then I don't want the what's wrong, what's going on, da 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 da, because then I don't want to have to bring
Yeah.
it up, and I don't want to have to be relive it. So it's a lot. I feel like just I'm not where I should be when it comes to like my mental health, and
Mm.
it's a thing. It's something that I want to work
Yeah.
on, definitely.
I think part of
You
the
know
good thing
what?
is
Yeah.
those. I was just
Yes,
gonna
ma'am.
say
Go ahead, Carla.
being aware of it, and you know, and you're taking the active steps,
Yeah,
Yeah.
to
absolutely.
I think
Mm.
talking about it is it's easier to um you're right. We spend most of our time like acting like everything is okay.
Yeah, that part.
You're out and about and somebody's like, "How are you doing?" "Oh, I'm good, girl." When you're really not,
I am that person.
Ooh,
I will
yeah.
text you like I got a great day, and I'll be
Yeah.
crying on the other side of that phone, but I'll be
Oh,
LOL, smiley
Shakara.
faces, blah 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 blah. Y'all will have no freaking idea. I am so good at pretending like everything's okay when it comes
Mm.
to like not wanting everybody to know what's going on. Like that's a real thing. That is a
Ooh.
real thing. It's
And
just
it's
what
not.
Angela
Ooh,
said. We wear masks, and I feel like I wear my mask
too.
when I really want to, and I don't want you to know what's going on. I'll put that wall up real quick.
Yeah.
We do. We do. It's so tough, because not everybody is. Not everybody deserves to hear about your traumas, or
Hmm.
not everybody deserves
And
to
I never
know if
can
you're
handle
having
it
a.
either.
Not everybody deserves to know if you're having a good day or not. I mean, some people, take advantage. I mean, that's why it's so hard, and that's why a lot of people wear masks because, like, are you having a good day? Some people don't have good intentions, and they haven't created a space where you feel comfortable enough to open up and tell them if you're really having a good day or not. So I think that's why we wear a mask, and it's not because we want to wear a mask. It's because society, and it's because of the things that we're constantly seeing everywhere. And people are
Mm.
always promoting happiness. People are always promoting that they're okay. And I think it would be much more. I don't know. I
Wow.
just think that we could do a lot with. Oh man, I had to break down. Oh,
I'm
Miss
sorry,
Oh,
Angela.
I'm
Angela.
so sorry,
I've
Angela.
experienced
Oh,
that
spit.
when people tell you
Oh,
to. I come
I'm
from
so
Yeah.
sorry, Miss Angela.
from a. I, c- I don't know how many of you guys have more of a background when it comes to family, where you have more of that tough love kind of suck it up
Mm.
type of a
Whew.
experience, and
Yeah.
being emotional, being overly emotional is not it's not really seen as it's seen as a weakness in a sense, and it sucks, not feeling like you can just be open
Yeah. Let
without
go.
being criticized in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's I hate that happened because everybody should have a safe space, somebody that they can talk to. It doesn't have to be a family member. It doesn't have to be a pastor. It doesn't have like just somebody that you feel comfortable with being completely yourself. Like you don't have to
Mhm.
put up a front. You don't have to put on a
Mm.
mask. You can just be you with no
Yeah.
judgment, no criticism, no nothing. Like I have very few people that I can be that vulnerable with. Like I can count on one hand the amount of people that I can be that vulnerable with. Just be
Oof.
completely
It's
myself.
true.
And that's right.
Dion.
Yep. Yes,
Dion. Wow.
Dion.
Wow.
Sometimes.
That is
Absolutely
so
right.
true. You know what? We have to be so careful. Oh my goodness. Like that really resonated what she just said because sometimes it's family who they praying for things to happen and coming against you with these different things, putting things on you. You have to be so careful. I remember something happened with somebody in my family, and I won't mention names or who it was, but somebody I felt like I was very close to who, this person, because of her situation, my own family was speaking negatively, like negatively on me, and I can't tell you how much that crushed me. And I don't think people understand how powerful words are.
Hmm.
They really
Hmm.
are very powerful. You can manifest things with your tongue. Like you have to be very careful what you say about people. And I do believe that God, obviously God covers you, right? And these different things have to have permission and go through him. Period. Everything has to go through him. It has to have permission. But you have to be really careful about what you say about people. You have to be, and I'm learning that, and I'm trying to get better with that. I try to
Yeah.
be very intentional about the words that I'm saying. And I'm like, you know what, Lord, let me take that back. Forgive me for that, because you don't know how much power that has. And it just breaks my heart that, you know, a lot of families are not a safe space. And I do have safe spaces in my family, but I've even put, like, it's tough. I've even pulled back from oversharing in, you know, certain situations with certain people in my family, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know what? Like, I just, it's tough, because not everybody has good intentions or wants the best for you.
Yeah.
So I love that comment, Dion, and it really resonates with me, because I went through something like that recently, and that was pretty tough to digest. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That that's true. I like what she said. You take your time, taking my time to speak and think. That's very important. I think
absolutely.
that with whoever you
Yeah.
are close to, family members, friends, you know, like I don't believe everybody should get every piece of you. Like
Of you,
there's some
absolutely.
things that, you know, the only person that should know every damn thing is God. Like, like
I'm,
that's the only
I'm
person
trying to
that you
tell
should be
you.
able to feel all your stuff because he already knows. So if you're gonna spill it
Yeah.
to somebody, let that be your safe
Uh-huh.
space because like you never know. Like you could have a falling out with somebody and then they just want to tell all your freaking business
Oof.
because y'all not together anymore. Like you really do have to be very careful of the things
Yeah.
that you share and that you are vulnerable with because you never know. You like I don't think people intentionally try to, you know, hurt you, but when they're hurt, they want to, you
They
know, they
project.
want to hurt. So then they be like, well, you
Yeah.
know, I hurt, and then they want to tell all your business stuff. So you have to be very careful, very, very careful.
You definitely do. I really love y'all, and I'm so grateful, because I didn't realize how much I needed this conversation this evening.
Yeah.
And I love that it's a safe space. We have some amazing supporters of NETD, and
Hmm.
I'm so grateful for
Yeah.
you guys always supporting us and commenting and just tuning in and taking that time out of your day to do that. And creating
Mhm.
this safe space for us to open up. And I'm
Yeah.
praying that this conversation, it helps you guys, because we're all going through something, whether we want to talk about it or not. It's always something, right? Because that's life. But I just want us to, let's if you ever get to that point, know that you can call me, because I know that sometimes life gets so hard that sometimes people don't want to be here. And I just want you guys to know, people who are tuning in, we're here for you. This is a safe space. And we love you. So we've seen a lot of different, deaths and suicides and stuff. And
Yeah.
we gotta cover each other, because the devil is so busy. He's so busy. So we love you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
And
Seriously. Yeah.
yeah, and don't be afraid to like check check on your people because there some people
Yeah.
won't reach out. Like I'll be honest, I'm the kind of person where I won't reach out. I'll just stay silent. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'll just go quiet. Like I won't reach out because I feel like I don't want to burden anybody or I don't want to bother anybody. So I will be in
Yeah.
my own little thing. And so sometimes um for those who you know won't reach out, sometimes you have to reach out to them. Sometimes you just have to
Yeah.
give them a little friendly, hey girl, what's up? What you doing? Let's go get something to eat. Let's go to like
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes you have to do that because they won't, especially like Makai said earlier, those strong friends, those folks that's always seem, that always seems to have it all together and they consider the strong friends, those are the ones that most likely won't reach out because everybody always sees them as the one that's got
The
it all
strong
together. So
ones.
they trying to keep up that, facade and they're not going to
Mm-hmm.
let you know that they're going through some stuff. So sometimes we got to be the ones to go, "Hey, what's up? What you doing? You want to go get something to drink? You want to go get something to eat? Let's go
Mm.
hang out. How you been feeling, So
Yeah.
it's
Absolutely. I
absolutely
love that, Sissy.
Yeah.
He this conversation.
um
Oh.
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Uh
We love
You
you,
know,
sis. Both of you. Both of
I really
y'all.
want to encourage us to like literally fight against and war against um the
and
you know
I'm gonna check on you. If don't nobody check on you, I'm gonna check on you. I'm gonna check on
Yes,
you.
let's be
So
intentional about
pre-
that.
prepare to be sick of me. How about that?
Sick
Because
of
I'm gonna
me.
check on you.
Yeah. I forgot what I was saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
sissy.
It's okay.
It's
But yeah,
okay. It's
oh, I
all
was talking
good.
about the thoughts and just sort of like the lies that we tell ourselves, the things that we say, like, um, the things that we tell ourselves in the absence of like things like people checking on us. Oh, well,
Mhm.
you start to feel like you're not worthy of, of care, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or you start to think
Mm,
nobody loves me or nobody cares or nobody, those are the thoughts that you kind of tell yourself when you just make these assumptions. And sometimes it's not even like that. Like sometimes people are just busy. Sometimes they have their own things going on. Like, so I guess
mm,
balancing out some of the narratives we tell ourselves as well. Um,
Yeah.
that kind of, like
mm.
Shakara said earlier, break your own heart, you know?
Yeah. My mom calls it stinking thinking
Mhm.
because we'll
Yes.
create a narrative. We'll create a narrative in our heads that has like nothing to do with like I'm really bad at it. Like if I don't hear from somebody for a couple of days, I am all in my head about what happened. I was like, oh, you ain't talk to me. Well, da 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 da. And something could have happened. They could have been sick. They could have been busy. Da da da. Like we're very like it's very easy to create a narrative about somebody
Mm,
else when you don't take the time to actually reach out, and you never know, like that person could like really be going through something, and we just in here like, oh, they quiet, so you just like, oh well, I guess they ain't speaking today, but they could
mm.
actually need somebody to reach out and just too afraid to
Yes.
do it. So I think it goes both ways. Yeah, if you feel safe, reach out, but also if you know somebody has a tendency to go quiet and disappear, and reach out. Like I reached out to a friend who I haven't heard from in a long time, and I was like, I haven't talked to her in a minute. And I texted her the other day. I was like, you crossed my mind. I just realized we haven't spoken in a while. And we
Wow.
checked, like sometimes you just have to reach out to folks and just check on them, just make sure they're okay, because we don't know. We don't that young man from Ellen Twitch, like you
Ooh,
see his videos
Jesus.
and he looked like he was just having the best life and was happy and dancing and with his family, and he
Mm.
on Ellen and he doing all these things, and he's not here.
Ooh,
Something
man.
He made the decision that he no longer wanted to be here, and we don't know what that decision was, but he made a decision that it wasn't worth being here. And I never want to get to that point, and I never want people that I care about and I'm close to get to that point where they feel like they
Mm.
don't want to be here anymore. Yes, Dion, like that. I don't know that young man, but that really, like I felt that, like that was a
Yeah.
shock, because I was like,
Yeah.
you see somebody smiling and happy all the time, and that means nothing because you don't know that they're at home crying and trying to figure out
Mm.
how they're gonna make it, and the next day I gotta be on camera again. Let me put on this face. Like a lot of us put on a
It's
lot,
exhausting. It's exhausting. It is. It really
you
is.
know?
You know what? I am so, yeah, it broke my heart. Yeah. I just want us to, if we can, if we feel comfortable, just speak up more. Oh my goodness. Psalms doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Makai
Listen
says,
to
we
some.
as a whole, especially Black males, rather deal with it alone than opening the door for judgment and more
Oh.
damage. Yep, yep. That's why I
Mm.
often listen to the song Psalms 23. You are absolutely right, Makai. Like,
Mm.
it's hard. Like a lot of like now therapy is like becoming a thing. People are trying to make it like a trending thing. But back in the day, you say you was going to therapy, everybody automatically assumed you was crazy, you got mental issues and all that kind of stuff. We put a
Yeah.
stigma on so many things that it makes it hard for people to open up who really need help and really need somebody to talk to. Like we really need to stop doing that. Hit
Yes.
hard because it was a reminder that you don't know what people are struggling with. Exactly, Dion.
Yes.
Exactly.
But we
And
needed
you just
to.
think of, yeah. Go ahead,
Oh, go ahead.
Carla. Mm-hmm.
I was just saying we needed our
Sis.
eyes open to that. Like we needed
Yeah.
to know that it can really get that bad, you know? So
Yeah.
and that's really sad. I feel so like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was devastating to see. And it really like, I don't know, it was so shocking to the point where I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, am I like not seeing, because there was no warning signs. Like nobody's
Right.
seen it. Like not even the closest people. So that's why I'm like doing check-ins with like my husband, like my mom, like just people like, like people like my husband, like my mom, like my grandma. Like I'm just doing check-ins with like close family members, because like somebody could be
Yeah.
living in your home and you not even know that they're thinking about unaliving themselves. I mean, that is like the scariest thing to me. And I'm like, and so I'm like really checking on my husband, and I want to start being more intentional about that with my entire circle, because we
Hmm.
really, really need that. I mean, I can't tell you how. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but it almost feel like things just kind of like when people do that, because he brought such a light. It almost felt like the world got kind of dimmer. Like I don't
Yeah.
know if you felt
Mm.
that, but to me, I was just like, oh my God, like we keep losing like really bright, amazing individuals. And it just kind of makes things like darker and darker. And I'm just like, okay, Lord, like I just hope that people know how valuable they are. Like if you're here, you have a purpose. Like it's not over. And some people don't even know
Hmm.
what their purpose is. That's okay.
Yeah.
But like you can figure it out. Like you're here. You still have time. And if you're here, just know there is something there. Like there's a purpose to that. So it's like to get to that point of wanting to take your life. I mean, that's very dark. And I just, man, like I just pray over all my friends, my family, like that if somebody got to that point that they would feel comfortable enough to share that with me, and let me help you get through it. Let me pray you through it. Let me walk you through it. Let's talk through it. Cuz sometimes, like
Hmm.
I said, we don't always want to hear about God in those moments. Like sometimes I feel like some people are like, they kind of shove it. Like, I need Jesus, trust me, and I need you to pray for me, but
Yeah.
I don't want you to lecture me. I just want you to be there and listen. You
Mm.
know?
It and I get what you're saying because it's like, especially for those who are believers, it's like we know what the word says. We know
We know.
what God.
Yeah.
So that's not the problem. The problem is that this is how I'm feeling. Like, talk to me about this situation. Like, yes, trust me. Most of us have prayed a million times about whatever it is that we're going through and what
Yeah.
we're feeling. So we know that. We know to pray. We know to get in the word. We know that sometimes it's just we need an ear. You just
I
I
just
just
need you
need you
to
to sit
listen.
and listen. I
That's
just
it.
need you to just listen. Just let me cry it out. Let me yell it out. Let me fight it out. But I need you to just be there while I'm going through this process. And
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that um people have they just
Yeah.
don't understand. Like sometimes you just need to be there. You don't need to tell me what to do. I don't need you to tell me what to
Mm.
do. I don't need you to give me the
Mm.
scripture. I just need you to be there. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Just be present.
Was
Just
it
be
I
Vic
hear you,
said?
present.
Vic.
Yeah.
I hear you,
Vic
Vic.
said, I get bad advice all the time, so I become more selective in who I listen to. People just be
Yeah,
talking. I
Vic.
hate repeated jargon. I will write you off. Makai said, had two friends that committed suicide last year out of the blue.
Oh
It's
my
still
God.
unbelievable. I'm so sad. Sorry, Makai. I've made myself more intentional with always being there for everyone. Yeah,
Hmm.
Mm.
and
Hmm.
that's it. Yeah.
That's
I
it,
don't think
sis.
that I
Yes.
think that growing up, like it's kind of like I feel like Christianity, the way that it's been looked at is it's some kind of like magic recipe for not feeling pain, and it's not true. It's like you look at the people in the Bible and like over and over and over again in the different stories, stuff like that. Look at David, for instance. The level of pain and kind of like frustration and just the constant ongoing mental battles that a lot of the people and a lot of the disciples and such went through. Like they were constantly like, they were human beings, like we're
Right.
human.
Yes.
And so
Because there's
reading-
nowhere in the
yeah,
there's
like,
no there's nowhere in the Bible that says that we're not going to go through crap. And I think that's one of the
Yes.
biggest things, the biggest misconceptions is that all of a sudden when we become saved and we become believers that we get our super packs and we got magic cakes and we're not gonna go through nothing. And that's bull crap. It's absolute bull crap. Like we still gonna go through.
If anything, we go through more than the average most of the time because we chose a lifestyle where we chose Christ, and the devil's busy, and so of course you're gonna get attacked more because he knows that he's running out of time, and there's so many different souls that need to be saved, and that's a part of, how this all works, and so. I feel like we get it really hard. We get it really bad sometimes. I mean, everybody does. I mean, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's life. It's life.
It's
all
life.
get it bad sometimes. It's
That
just
part.
life in general. And life will it picks you up and knocks you down. I'm trying to tell you. I feel like, Lord, okay, like, okay, enough is enough. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't need you. I don't need any of this right now. Like, Lord, why is this happening? So, I get it, but I'm just so grateful that we that this is a safe space where we could talk about it, and we're going through it together. Like, we're all here, so let's just be there for each other and work through the challenges, because trust me, we have a, Lord willing, 365 days in a year. And we have a long year. It's gonna be a year full of ups and downs. Trust me. Where I started off last year, the beginning of the year, and where I ended up, I mean, there was just so many things in between. So we don't know what tomorrow holds. So I think it's about taking it a day at a time and living life with as much intention as possible, being intentional in your actions, and then also giving grace to yourself. Because I've had to give myself a lot of grace. Because sometimes I'm just not. I'm just not feeling it. And I'm like, you know what, Shay, it's okay that I'm not feeling it today. Like, I don't have to pretend like I'm feeling it today. Like, it's okay. Like, but maybe tomorrow will be better. so yeah. He wants so badly. Oh.
As we gonna pray for you, Mama. We gonna pray for you. Be intentional, give grace. Yeah. To ourselves and to each other.
To ourselves and
to each other.
Oh, to each other though.
Because we're all going through some stuff.
That means even the people that seem to be rude or mean or whatever, they're going through stuff too. And maybe sometimes they're even the way that they're handling their emotions is just coming out wrong. So that's something to think about. So
that means, Shay, don't cuss people out that you get mad at on the highway when you be driving because they be cutting you off. And that means don't talk about how, her wig was kind of, crooked the other day, like my boss at work, when she was, let me stop.
Don't get yourself in trouble.
Don't do it. We're not doing it.
Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. Don't be so... everybody got two sides now. I've been trying, Lord, to keep her. Don't stop me from being Shady Shay. My friends know. Y'all know. Stop me from being Shady Shay. Because, sometimes that other side come out. I'm like, Lord, I'm trying to be better this year. Help me out.
Yes, it is. It is okay to not be okay. We're not going to stay in it, but it's okay to not be okay. I think also when we get in those spaces that sometimes we got to pull ourselves out. Sometimes we got to reach to somebody and say, hey, like, look, I'm feeling this way. Like, we need to laugh. We need to do something. Like, even like I was talking to Kyla. I was like, after this show, I'm about to go somewhere. I'm about to go get something to eat. I'm about to go have me a drink. I'm about to go listen to some music because I felt like my mental space was just trying to just like bring me down, and I was like, I don't want this today. That's not what I
No.
want. I don't want to sit and feel sorry for myself and all this kind of stuff. I said, I'm going to get out of this house. I'm going to go somewhere where they playing some live music, eat some food, have me a
Yeah.
drink or two,
Yes,
and just
girl.
enjoy
All
myself, because
three.
like sometimes you have to force yourself out of that fog. Like sometimes it's hard.
Mhm.
Sometimes you just want to be in it and you just like, nah, this is where
No,
I'm at. But we don't have
girl.
to be.
Mm.
We don't have to
You,
be.
you don't have to be. And you know what, girl? What you need to do is you just need to start twerking. Like sometimes that like really like the twerking, like
Just
like
randomly.
randomly, like
You mean like,
to
like
like yeah, I mean, sis, I don't care
Like
if it's to
this?
the washing machine. I don't care if it's to like a fire alarm. Like I'm just gonna start. And I just put that arm up, and my husband know what time it is. I just be like you know, and that's it.
When you turn to the side, you already know what's happening.
You already know. I'm like, he like, babe, you talk to everything. I'm like, you daggone right.
That's
You daggone
dumb.
right.
That's so dumb.
I don't care if it's a slow song. It could be Game of Thrones, the intro. I don't like, I cannot. Like,
did you really go through?
I cannot. No, but seriously, like a whole orchestra. Girl, bye. I'm a twerk. Period. Yes, honey.
Come on, twerk happy.
Listen, like for real though, like there's things that you have to do when you have to pull yourself out of that funk. Like if a twerk is what's gonna pull you out of the funk, then do it. Like
girl, I'm trying to tell you. Yes, girl. You better
go. Come on, Dion. Come on, Dion.
You better twerk.
You eating an apple? You just start doing it with the apple. Whatever, like it don't matter. You don't need no music to twerk. You don't need it. You just start doing it. You be like, you know what? I feel better now. You know, I needed that. I needed that.
Washing those dishes.
Washing them dishes. Look, you be like, hold on. You know how they bring the arm up like that?
Exactly. That's right. Bring the mood up. Absolutely.
I cannot.
Like no music.
Yes.
No music.
Yes. No music. But you can't put on sober though. You can't download sober.
You can.
Hey!
That is something.
Yes, you can. Absolutely. Come on now. Sober get you in that mood now. Come on.
It sure does.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need you to go to iTunes. We need you to go to Spotify. We need you to go to Amazon and all of your digital retailers. We need you to not only add that to your playlist, but we also need you to purchase the single.
Purchase.
We need you to both purchase and stream.
Like,
purchase and
only
stream.
99 cents.
It should be $129, but that's fine. $129 next time. Yeah. Don't $129 is fine, Shakar. By the way, you know that's the the top tier,
right? That top tier when it's $129, you be like, oh, this is the song. This
the song. Yes. I cannot.
Oh man, you guys are awesome. Oh my god. I love talking to y'all. Like this was wow. Like it was an impromptu. I feel like when we just get on here and we just decide we just gonna talk, that we have some like the most amazing conversations. I remember we did this before where we just got on and just started talking, and whatever needed to come out came out. And apparently a lot of people needed to get that out and have that conversation. Yes. So I am like so glad. And you can turn up. Oh, yes. Come on, Makai! Come on, Makai! And you can turn up on February 11th at the Love and Music event where you will hear Sober. You will hear Miss Shay. Shay, what you singing? Is you singing Sugar? What you singing? Is you singing? Come on.
Yes, I'm saying. It makes me feel sweet. But too
listen,
much of a baby.
Sang it.
Yes. I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm a little
And then
rusty because it's been a long day.
no,
but
and then we gonna hear Trey.
Sing it, Shay. Sing it.
When Trey sing before come on, that
Sing it,
jam.
man.
Trey,
Hold on.
Oh.
I'm trying to. Why am I
my
looking at- There
eyes,
it is.
I love you, baby. Come
Sing,
on,
girl.
He
you
better
Sing it.
baby.
Yeah.
Come on, and he hit them
Yeah.
high notes before I say I love
That's
you,
the
baby.
growl.
I can't do that growl like Trey do. Trey get that growl. We gotta. Woo! Come on. Can't get
I
that.
cannot.
Trey hit them notes and get the growling. Y'all, y'all gonna want to be there. Yes, sugar. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
This y'all need to go. If you do not have it, you need to download Sugar. You need to download No More Friends.
Sugar
That's
Shane.
my jam. That's
I love that song.
that's.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
I love that song. You need to
Thank you,
get before we say goodnight. From Trey. Y'all need to go ahead and get that from a distance. Y'all need to go ahead and get that sober. Y'all got some
Right.
R&B, some R&B that
Trey,
y'all
get it
need to go
going.
ahead. Yeah,
Yes.
listen, when Trey gets going, it's over. It is over. When
It
he
is
get
over.
revved up, it's over. Y'all just might as well just sit
Listen,
back
I
and enjoy
cannot.
the ride, okay? Because oh my
Yes.
gosh, it is going
The
to be
the
amazing.
growl. It's all in the
Yes, yes. When he get,
throat. Let me
just
stop.
hold on, just hold on. He about to hit all the notes, and you just be like, yes, sir, yes, sir. So it is going to be an amazing
Yes.
night. Get your tickets. The VIP tickets are already leaving. They're already leaving. Somebody emailed me and was like, how many people sitting at the table, because I'm bringing a group with me. So just letting y'all know that is
Yes.
come on, yeah!
Aw.
Spirit.
Wow. Tay night. Tay night.
Yes. So that's right, Makai. Tell them, so go on and get them tickets. Go on and get them tickets. Go on and get them tickets. And I'm going to be like going live and stuff on IG to like promote it and everything of that nature. And who just sent me a message?
Sorry, y'all.
I don't know who that is. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm glad that's okay. As long as you made it. You're still here, Blue. You're still here. Now
She's twerking again. Come on.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, girl.
Twerking, 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 twerking. Twerking, twerking. And hey, can y'all help me talk to my bestie? My bestie got some stuff that she be out here doing live, that she be singing, that's hot, that needs to be out so people can purchase it. So can y'all tell my bestie to go ahead on and get them songs out so that we can purchase and we can be playing in a car when we talk about, I think I love you already. I think I love you already. Like she got
You know what
some
I like?
hits. Which one you like? Which one you like?
I like something about being with you.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, don't mess around.
Yeah.
Don't mess around. I'm about to gig you that song. Don't play with me.
Yeah.
Singing it like that.
Come on.
Yes.
Y'all yes, thank you, bestie. Kyla, get it out. Get it out. Go ahead and put that. She has some hot songs, y'all.
That song.
And
that
she
song
out
good.
here gigging. She out here letting all the people hear it live and in color. But I wants to be able to play it in my car and in my phone and put it on repeat and all of that. So
Yes.
I need my bestie to go ahead on and get this stuff out. She has amazing music. I am one of her fish. Randy was talking about find your fish. I'm one of Kyla's fish. I'm a fan. I love her voice. I love her writing. I love her songs. And you know, I love me some Shay.
Yes.
Y'all can do no wrong in my eyes. So I'm just like keep the music coming. Keep
That's
the
how
music
I love
coming.
Love
Come
you.
I
on.
cannot wait. I cannot wait until Like y'all
Yeah,
understand
you're right.
that track that y'all both wrote to, that track for
Mhm.
me,
Oh,
I'm so
yeah.
excited about that track. And I mean, y'all are amazing writers, not just singers, but writers. And that's a gift. You know, I was stuck on that, and I'm just so grateful that you guys helped me get through it. And I can't wait to collaborate again. We got to do some more stuff. So
Yeah.
really
Listen, low
excited.
key,
Yeah.
I got a song that I'm probably gonna send to y'all. Like, hey, what y'all hearing on it? What
Hey,
y'all hearing
listen.
on
You know
here
I'm always game
for
to
a verse?
write. I'm
So
always
I
ready
already
to
got the
write.
hook. I just need some help with these verses on it.
Yeah, girl. That's how it be. No, writer's block is real, period.
It is. It is.
God.
I was just talking. I was like, I have tracks and stuff that I have purchased that I have started songs and have not completed it because it's like, what are you really trying to say? Like for me,
Yeah,
hooks are easy. Like I can write a hook, but when it comes to like the
a
verses, the
verse.
meats where I actually need to say something, that's where I'll just be like, oh, what am I trying to
Same.
say?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
I'm I get it, girl. I mean, I literally, and it's weird though, also because sometimes
Love
you
you
have
right back.
tracks.
Okay.
You have tracks where you're like, I don't know if this is like right for me. Like, is it for me or is it for somebody else? Like sometimes we have that
yeah.
type of gift where we don't know if we're writing for our extra selves. That's why I haven't released Trey and I have a song we recorded together, Keep You Safe, and it's a great track. But for some reason, I'm like, okay, like, is it gonna make the EP? Is it not? Because it almost feels like it's meant for somebody else to sing it. And that's just,
Mm,
you have to determine that when you're doing this. It's your art, you know, and I
yeah.
loved it. I love what we created, but I almost feel like, okay, you know, is this really a like my voice type record, or am I going to give it away? You know,
Yeah. It
so
might be meant for me.
Hey, hey, hey,
yes, sis. Yes. I don't know.
hey,
Hey, you
hey.
never know. I'm here for it because listen, I don't think I haven't released it yet because of that. Because I love Trey. You know I love Trey. It's ridiculous.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can I brag on Trey just before we leave, before we say goodnight, before we say goodnight.
Ah,
Can I
I
just
love it. Hey.
can I need to brag on Trey. Y'all tag Trey. Tag Trey. Because I want him to see this. I need to brag on Trey for a minute. Trey, I sent him the song. Um, asked him about it and everything. It took him a minute to get back. So, like I said, we make up narratives in our head, and I'm like, he don't like it. He don't want to work on it. Da 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 da. But then
Mm-hmm.
he got back to me. He was like, "Oh heck yeah, I want to be on it," and not knowing that Trey has like just like literally just started writing.
He's
And like
I
I'm thinking
know.
he's been doing it like forever, but he's literally like just started writing. So he, hasn't
Wow.
just like really gotten to his bag yet. So I didn't know these things. So I'm just like, oh, he don't like it. He don't want to work with me. He don't want da da da. But then
Wow.
we work. He sends me his lyrics or whatever, and the first time he sent it, I was like, okay, I like what you're saying. I just needed to like, fit more of the how there he is. I needed to fit
Hey.
I needed to fit the track, how I'm singing it like the, whatever. And so then he sent it back and it fit perfectly. I was like, yes, it's gonna work. The lyrics worked, the how he
Mm.
sang it worked. And then we got into the studio and we was just like working together, like try this and try that and do this and da da and da da. And it wasn't no ego, it wasn't no attitude, it
Mm.
wasn't no nothing. Then like even we went to the studio like maybe twice. Trey, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, like Trey paid half. I paid for the studio. He reimbursed me half the money. He didn't have to do that. I didn't ask him to do that. I didn't tell him to do that. He reimbursed me half of it. Like Trey, Trey, when we were singing at Zion, Trey had my back all the time. When he got busy and was singing in
Mm.
other churches, Trey made a choice to pick a Sunday he wanted to sing. He chose to pick the Sunday with me when I had my Shakara Sundays, and he showed up every single time.
Mm.
And anytime that he couldn't show up, he let me know, sis, I can't be there. But he was always there, and he always had my back, and he was always prepared. And I'm trying not to get emotional, but Trey, I just want to
Oh.
say, just like, thank you so freaking much because you have been a true friend. Always call me Big Sis, but you have been a true friend and you have been such a joy to work with through these years. Like for somebody to have such an amazing gift and to be so freaking humble, like that's rare. And you are so awesome. And I pray God just like blesses you beyond your wildest dreams because I feel like you are going to go so freaking far. You are an amazing vocalist. You are a wonderful writer. You're just a good person, and that is just so doggone rare to find. Like you get people who are so doggone talented and they just know it and they act like it, and you just like, okay, we get it, you can sing, that's great. But like, man, it was such a joy to work with you through these years. I'm so glad that I met you. So glad that I met Shay. That Voices of Fire thing just was just like a blessing because I got two amazing, phenomenal friends out of it, and I'm just like, I'm rooting for you both. I'm rooting for everything that you guys do, and it's just I just had to say that because sometimes you collab with people and it don't, you get in the studio and and it just was not that way. Like we got in there and we worked, we laughed, we was like, he even helped me. He was like, sis, try this note. I was like, oh yeah, I like that better. So it was just awesome, like the whole doggone thing. And then I kept him up to date and I let him know what was going on. I said, here's the copyrights, and I sent him the picture so he know that I wouldn't do nothing illegal. Your name on here because you wrote your verse. There's your name. You see your name. You got so, and it was just like, just awesome. Just like I had to brag on him just for a moment because it's just a joy, and I just can't wait to see the awesome things that are going to happen in your life, because I believe because of who you are, the kind of person you are, the spirit that you have, that you are going to go very, very far. I love you so much, and I wish you nothing but the best. So I had to say that.
Y'all gonna make me cry tonight.
So,
man. Right, yes.
So,
yes.
We did a lot of talking. We are way past our time.
Absolutely. We are, but it's okay. It's worth it. It was worth it.
Yes.
Tonight was beautiful. And Trey is really everything you said, everything you touched on. And he is such a pleasure always to work with, and just he is really an incredible human being. So I'm just so blessed to have him, and both of y'all are. I mean, I'm so blessed.
Yeah.
That I really feel like that's why Voices of Fire happened. I really do, because I was supposed to meet you guys. So I don't know what I do now. Y'all are like, I love y'all so much. I really do. I know honestly, my life has changed forever. Just being able to be around y'all as amazing individuals. I mean, I met Kyla through you, PJ. I mean, just so many amazing people that God has put in my path. It's definitely not by chance. It's definitely, it was definitely destined. So very grateful, y'all. Very grateful.
Absolutely.
Very grateful. I love y'all.
Love you back.
Man, that was awesome. This was a good conversation. This is good. It was good. It was needed. We clearly had some stuff that we need to get off our chest, and we were able to do it. And then we ended it on a high note. So it was great. Normally we would have PJ do New Music Friday. The only new music that you guys need to know about is Sober. Download today.
Download.
Do it. Don't make me ask you again. Don't make me ask you again. Do it.
Oh my God, it's so aggressive. Do it.
Hey. Look in the eye.
Hey, Shawty. Do it.
Hey, yo, Shawty in the back. Do it.
And so I cannot. Oh my God.
Hey. Bruh. Yeah, you. Do it.
Yes, Makai, thank you. And get your tickets for February 11th, Love and Music, where you can hear all these amazing artists live and in person. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. Like
Oh,
it, hearing
that's
Trey
awesome.
live, hearing Shay live, y'all.
Hi, Jesse.
Oh,
Hi Jessie. Miss Jessie is a blessing too. I'm
Hi.
glad. I'm glad I met her. I met her through PJ. And I'm so glad I met her. She's such a blessing. Um, but thank y'all for rocking with us. Y'all know we done went
thank
way
y'all.
past. We done went a whole 20 minutes
Hey.
past. Come out. Andrew said, come out, twerk it. She's twerking the night away.
You know what? Yes.
Love you,
Hold on, that's the other
Dion.
dance.
Yeah.
Love you. What's that? What's that? What's that?
That's my.
Oh,
What's
no,
the other dance people be doing with their arms, bringing it around like this?
Uh,
I know, but we love you guys. I know. I'm done. I'm done
Yes.
for tonight on camera. On camera.
Listen, it is. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. We have like the best audience because you guys stay in the conversation. Y'all stay engaged, Makai.
Little guys like Shay.
Makai's like, y'all, reel it in, y'all. Reel it in. But thank you guys so much. Y'all already know we be here on Fridays at 7 p.m. Next week, our guest and Kyla, help me with her last name because I don't want to mess up her last name. But next week, our guest is
Faulkner.
Tamia. Thank you, Tamia Faulkner. She is going to be our special guest next week, and then the
Yeah,
following
phenomenal.
week we have Miss Crystal King,
Hey.
and then in February we have my brother and personal trainer, also U.S. Marine, Tim Ussery. We're gonna be talking to us about
Hey.
getting our bodies right, because y'all know
Okay,
that's what
sir.
everybody always do in the first of the year, right? So it's gonna be good. Y'all want to make sure y'all tune in. Thank you guys so much. I'm not even gonna do the whole spiel because we already been on here forever. I love y'all. Thank
Forever.
y'all for the conversation. Thank y'all for sharing.
Love you guys.
Audience, thank you guys for being vulnerable and sharing. I love it. I love y'all. And we will see y'all guys next week. Why? Because y'all ain't got nothing else to do. Mwah!
That's on period.